things are optimistic for us. I mean, there are certain things that are going our way, but there are things that even the government needs to have a right policy for being able to capitalize on this window of opportunity. So I think we have a short window of opportunity for of about 5 to 7 years. I think geostrategically we are well placed. So the geostrategic warrants the companies that have invested in China to move out, both because of the pressure that US has created and the pressures that China itself has created on its private enterprises. China has not made it easy for the private enterprises, let alone the foreign businesses, to continue or run the business as usual. They are concerned about the business environment in China. Regulations have been very strict, and it's not the ease of doing business in China is not very great. And add to that the geopolitical and the geostrategic alignment that is going down and going on in the world. So it warrants. There are countries that are you actually there are companies that are actually looking for viable alternatives, and in those viable alternatives, if we count them, we can count them on our fingers. Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, India, along with India, they emerge. India has a bright future, but but the funny part is that for India to be able to become a global manufacturing hub of some sort of global manufacturing hub, and to take the pie out of the cake, it has to liberalize some of its uh, inverted duty structure. So, for example, if wants to assemble more iPhones in India, uh, and India also, if, let's say Foxconn comes and establishes a factory here, it will still require those tiny equipment, which go into the assembling of those products. And because for years iPhone has been assembling those products in China, it has
Yeah.
created a very extended supply chain network of these components in China. Still, they'll have to be sourced, even if the assembly is moved to India. Those critical parts, until and unless India itself produces those tiny parts or the supplements that go into the assembling of these equipment, has to be imported from China. But if India raises bar on these products that are sourced from China, it will actually hurt India's exports. So you have to look
Mhm.
which are the sectors where you should actually apply trade barriers.
Yeah.
So yeah, so these kind of things India has to be very careful of. If India wants to be, and it will eventually come, right? If today India starts assembling iPhones in India, so Apple released a list of suppliers, and in the list of around 200 suppliers, it had around 180 suppliers of the component that go into the assembling of the iPhones from China. And India had a very humble number of like 5 to 6, and that number has actually increased in the list of suppliers that iPhone sources from India. So in the meantime, so long we are not able to service those requirements, India will have to see if those requirements can be serviced from China. And this is true for actually a lot of products, all the assembling products that are there in the electronics segment, uh, from phones to laptops, from iPads, etc. So this is something which we have to be careful about.